Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived an elderly couple named Hari and Leela. They had spent many years together, sharing a simple but content life. Hari was a kind hearted, humble man who worked as a fisherman, while Leela took care of their small home, keeping it warm and welcoming. Despite their hard work, they barely earned enough to make ends meet, but they were happy with what little they had. One evening, as the sun was setting, Hari returned home with his fishing net empty. He looked at Leela and sighed. There was no catch today. I think we will have to go to bed hungry. Leela, though disappointed, smiled and gently placed her hand on his shoulder. Don't worry, Hari. Tomorrow will be a new day. Let us be grateful for the roof over our heads and the love we share. With those words, they lay down to sleep, trusting that life would find a way to provide for them. The next morning, as Hari was preparing his net, he decided to go farther into the river, hoping to catch something better. After hours of casting his net and pulling it back in, he felt a strong tug. With all his strength, he pulled the net ashore, excited to see what he had caught. To his surprise, there was no fish in the net, but rather a large, shimmering golden bowl. Its surface was intricate, adorned with patterns and carvings that gleamed in the sunlight. Hari marveled at the bowl's beauty and weight, realizing that it was made of pure gold. He couldn't believe his eyes such a valuable find could change their lives forever. Overjoyed, Hari hurried back home to show Leela his discovery. When she saw the golden bowl, her eyes widened in awe. Hari, this bowl must be worth a fortune. We can sell it and live comfortably for the rest of our lives, she exclaimed. But Hari, known for his thoughtful nature, paused. I am not sure, Leela. What if someone else has lost it? This bowl might belong to a wealthy person who is desperately searching for it. I think it would be wrong to keep it without making an effort to find the owner. Leela, though reluctant, respected her husband's integrity. Together, they decided to try and find the rightful owner of the golden bowl before claiming it as their own. They wrapped the bowl carefully in cloth and headed to the village square, where people often gathered to exchange news. Once they arrived, Hari raised his voice and addressed the crowd. Friends, I have found this golden bowl in the river. If anyone here is the owner or knows who it belongs to, please come forward. The villagers murmured among themselves, and many of them eyed the bowl with curiosity and admiration. No one came forward to claim it, but soon news of the golden bowl spread far and wide. Days passed, and yet there was no sign of the owner. Some of the villagers even tried to persuade Hari and Leela to keep the bowl for themselves. Why are you wasting your time, Hari? A villager said. Finders keepers, you should consider this a gift from the river. But Hari was firm in his decision. I cannot keep something that is not rightfully mine. I believe that honesty is more valuable than any treasure. A few more days went by, and finally, a rich merchant from a neighboring town came to the village upon hearing about the golden bowl. He was a sly and greedy man, known for his cunning ways of making money. When he saw the bowl, his eyes sparkled with greed, even though he knew he had never lost such an item. He quickly concocted a plan and approached Hari. This bowl belongs to me, the merchant lied, his voice dripping with false sincerity. I lost it while crossing the river a few days ago. I am grateful to you for your honesty in returning it. Hari hesitated, his heart torn. He had no way of knowing if the man was truly the owner. Not wanting to make an unfair decision, Hari turned to the village head, a wise elder respected by all, for guidance. The village head examined the merchant, noting his appearance and behavior. After a moment, he asked the merchant a question. If this bowl belongs to you, then surely you know its details. Can you describe its unique patterns or markings? The merchant, caught off guard, stammered and fumbled, unable to answer accurately. Sensing the man's deceit, the village head decided to test him further. He took a coin from his own pocket and said, "If you are telling the truth, I will give you this coin in exchange for describing the bowl perfectly." Desperate and embarrassed, the merchant could not provide the correct details. His greed had led him to think he could deceive the honest couple and the wise village head. Seeing his failure, the villagers began to whisper, and the merchant realized his plan was foiled. He left the village in shame, leaving the golden bowl with Hari and Leela. The village head then turned to the couple and said, "Hari, you have proven yourself to be an honest man of great character. You have waited long enough. The bowl has no true owner, and no one has come forward with rightful claims. I believe it is destiny's way of rewarding you. Accept this gift and use it wisely." Hari and Leela were overjoyed, grateful not only for the bowl but for the blessing of integrity. With the village head's blessing, they kept the golden bowl, which brought them much needed financial stability. They sold it to a jeweler and used the money to improve their small house, buy proper fishing gear, and even share some with their neighbors who were less fortunate. As years passed, Hari and Leela continued to live by the same values that had defined their life. They became known not for their wealth, but for their honesty, kindness, and generosity. Villagers would often come to them for advice or just to hear the story of the Golden Bowl, a story that became legendary in their village. And so, Hari and Leela's legacy lived on, a reminder to all that honesty and patience are virtues that, when nurtured, can bring unexpected blessings in life. The Golden Bowl, though no longer in their possession, had left a golden mark on their hearts and lives, a symbol of integrity and the rewards of staying true to one's principles.